Hello everyone and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Well, first of all, I want to thank all of you that make tweets, comments about my announcement yesterday that I will stop to say okay all the time. It seems now becoming a running gag, but just motivating me even more to stop to saying it. So thank you very much for that. It's funny. It's really funny, and yeah, I like that. However, I mean, we are on track. I'm thinking even maybe to skip the personal conclusions today because nothing is happening. I have said the XY is going to lift up, and in my opinion, I'm not sure if it's going to make such kind of rally again, but in my opinion, it's going to retest the 105 and even have a breakout there. If that's going to happen, we will see stocks, we will see SPY, SPX dump, and Bitcoin will follow. Maybe more, maybe less, but it will follow. That's the trend. We will see, of course. I'm not going to forecast the next 2 weeks, as you know, but it looks like. And yeah, it did a little rally that was again just a fake rally with declining volume until 30,200, and since then it's just declining. And since yesterday, or I would say even since Monday, market makers are very active again. They are today, like yesterday and the day before, sending bitcoins to the exchanges, and their balances are declining. Market makers, they use centralized exchanges and OTC. So they are preparing something that looks very ugly in my opinion. I don't know. I need to check the calendar later on, maybe together, to see if some really important event is going to happen that would explain maybe their preparation. But in my opinion, it looks very, very bad at the moment. However, let us take a look to the wealth ratio since yesterday the wealth ratio, well, as you know, yesterday it lifted up, it maintains, and it's declining right now. It declined because that's the 30 hours moving average because this one, and usually the weights ratio when it dumps, you I mentioned that several times now. It means that they stop to send bitcoins to spot exchanges within 1 hour. I have a little bit a conflict right now in the interpretation because it's happening now 3 times. And yes, I mean we started to lift up, and every time the sell pressure rise, maybe that's the problem. But it seems that whales know something. They stop to send bitcoins to the exchanges. We are not talking about one whale. We don't have one whale. We have different whales. But that's something I'm struggling at the moment. Not sure if they want to do something, but they can't to do it because the sell pressure is rising that much that they can't um, just buy more. I'm really I don't get that. But yeah, that's actually this waves ratio here indicating like in the last 2 times it reached the zero, indicating in that hour nobody, no whale sent any Bitcoin to the spot exchanges, and afterwards it rised. So yes, of course. I mean, if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that the price went up, but that's usually not enough. I would expect even more, but maybe something like a double top or something. I really don't know. I really don't know at the moment why the wealth ratio is indicating that, and not really. I mean, nothing big is happening. Maybe that's it. Yeah, new rules. adapting to the situation. So we still have 86 on Wales ratio moving average. That's too high. The stablecoin supply lifted up, keeps lifting up, indicating they are just minting more stablecoins. But USDC, it seems no tether, and the stablecoin reserves on exchanges maintains. It declined a little bit, but it maintains a good level. So yeah, it's not really helpful at the moment, to be honest. If we go to the daily Wales ratio, the whole thing looks different, much different, and not bullish at all because you see that the Wales ratio is even rising more. I mean, I don't know what's happening, but we have 59, and it's lifting up more. So I would expect again 70 or even more. And afterwards we had a really crazy dump. So it looks like that's what these guys are making at the moment. Let us take a look to the spot inflows. So, what we can see here, first of all, also here it doesn't really look bullish to me. Let us see. Yeah, stablecoin inflows, even some big ones. You can see here that today it's maybe neutral, I would say. Um, Let us take a look here. That was the big one, 230 million. And yeah, we had today. It's have started tonight. A big inflows again. 1,100 Bitcoin here. Well, 140. Then 2,800. Another 2,100 an hour later. 850 an hour later, and so on and so forth. Just for example, last hour 2,800 Bitcoin, just before 700 Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. So the first thing I do when I see that, because I want to see if market makers are involved, is I take a look here and check if that matches. And as you can see, it matches very well. 2,200 Bitcoin fund flow by market makers at the same time, indicating that these guys send this Bitcoins to the exchanges. And yeah, if we take a look here, you can see they are not accumulating. They are not even done distributing. The question is how far they want to go. Okay, because last time they reached a balance of 5,070,000, and right now they have a balance of 5,100,000. So 30,000 Bitcoin left. I don't know, but it doesn't look like if that's going to be enough for them. So I guess, in my opinion, but that's one scenario I have in mind, that these guys want to maintain that price because 30,000, it's a nice price also to purchase Bitcoin, and yeah, and they will. It looks like, it seems, they want to use that level. That maybe explains why we are having this 2 weeks sideway run. These guys are not done. Otherwise, they would start to accumulate and to hide that, but it's not happening. Even entities with 100 to 1,000 bitcoins, they lift it up, indicating they raise their balances and they are selling right now. Okay, so it seems these guys, for example, are the main drivers of these fake rallies we are getting. And these guys here started to buy, it seems, or just to rise their entities balances, but yeah, it's stable. And the only ones are entities with less than 10 bitcoins. They are buying, but not that much. It's not a big entity. I mean, these guys, as mentioned yesterday, they have 2.85 million, and the other three entities have almost 15 million. So that's going to be a big challenge how to handle this situation, to be honest, because yeah, they use every little local top to distribute, as you can see here as well. Okay, and that's a problem in my opinion. It doesn't look healthy at all. But I was reading an article by an analyst, stock analyst, and he said the whole every market is in control of bears at the moment. Every market. So if they try, if bulls try to push up the price, the price, um, the, the sell pressure starts to rise. That's the same what is happening with Bitcoin. So we, I think we will need a little bit, a little bit more patience than expected, maybe. And in my opinion, when they have maybe distributed enough, they will maybe accumulate in lower ranges. I really hope, because that would be at least bullish. It means they would start to prepare the next bull run, but at the moment it's just pure distribution, and that doesn't look great. At the same time, we have a sideways run where it seems they distribute even more. And even if we take a look here to spot exchanges, their reserves rise by almost 40, well, yeah, 38,000 bitcoins. So I don't know. It doesn't really look good. Let us take a look to the futures. So we take a look to the futures. I have to adjust that here a little bit, and that here as well. Okay. Yes. Funding rate up, now declining a little bit. Um, and the open interest, well, like a wave formation, indicating right now very stable, I would say. Um, we generated more contracts, and right now they liquidated and closed and opened new, and the leverage ratio declined a little bit, but as you can see, it maintains a nice level. At the same time, we can see here stablecoin activity on derivative exchanges looks a little bit more green, indicating more stablecoins are coming in than leaving, and the same to Bitcoin. Okay, we received really big um, inflows, as we can see here, for example, 3,700 Bitcoin, and here 2,600 Bitcoin, but just related to derivative exchanges, indicating they want to short or to long with that. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense to short that, but if you have millions or at least thousands of Bitcoin, maybe it makes sense for you. So let us refresh just the site here, and yeah, it's keeps being the same. Too many longs, less shorts, almost a half. Well, Bitfinex, 75 million in shorts, but 2.5 billion in longs. It seems they are still hedging their sells. If that's the case, wow. And also here more longs than shorts, and on Ethereum, Binance and Bitfinex. I don't care about BitMEX at the moment, but yeah, it looks still too bullish in my opinion, taking into account the situation right now, as mentioned, I think, about the article of investing.com. It's not time to be too bullish. I mean, if you want to buy long term, it makes sense, but yeah, maybe to be honest, not that good to maintain a long all the time open. But whatever. Yeah, what should I say? What should I say? That's FTX indicating more longs than shorts, and even shorts are really, we are talking about maximum 60 million a bar, while the double on longs. So just indicating more longs close to the current price, nothing big to be honest. No, the next one would be at 27K. So we need to see. Let us take a look to options if something happened there. So, what is driving the market right now? I mean, we can see that if the X is, I would say, still buying, at least the volume delta is indicating they are buying more than selling. And yeah, Binance, it's, I would say, the main driver here at the moment because Coinbase keeps buying. I mean, they stopped, they maintain now that level. They are not buying more. I don't know actually why not. I hope these guys are not the market maker and are buying all the time just to dump afterwards because then we have a problem. That could be a huge, huge nuke afterwards, but I don't think so. At the moment I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. But yeah, if we take for example Bitfinex is selling, Famex selling, and Bitcoin USDT, as you can see, it's selling all the time. So um, yeah, indicating they sold more than 6,000 Bitcoin because it's just a volume delta. But the whole price action, of course, with support of spot, but mostly driven by stablecoin futures. And that's the thing. That's really the thing. So, and the market maker is using both stablecoin futures and spot via Binance, and at the same time, it seems also OTC over the desk. And yeah, I am not going to repeat that just to save some time, but that's a problem in my opinion. That's really a problem. I don't like to see that. And every time when we are lifting up, then sending to the top, sending even more, doesn't look great to be honest. Okay, let us take a look to the exchange walls. So here we are. I mean that looks crazy, doesn't it? It's like, I mean, if you take a look to the walls, it's just like you have here wall, you have here wall, and the price is just doing that here. It looks like if Coinbase would be the architect of the whole price action at the moment, and they stop to buy. It doesn't make sense. Or at least the volume delta is not indicating, it's not rising, indicating that it's neutral at the moment. And I don't know. I really don't know. I don't like, I mean, Coinbase, we know that many institutionals are related to Coinbase. If that's the case, I don't like that at all. I don't like that. So, they're a bit. Okay, we see here high volume it seems, and their orders at 31, but nothing big. Bitstamp, yeah. They are, everybody is expecting 25K, it seems, because you see everywhere there walls. 30,500 and 29 at the moment on Bitcoin, on Binance. I was wondering because I have seen that these guys were trying to prevent that dump, but it didn't work twice. So they filled their buy orders, not big ones, but and now they are waiting there at 29. We have here at 30,500 and of course at 26 and 25. 26, 25, 25 is just all the time. Bitfinex spot limiting at 31.7, limiting at 31.2, and yeah, tiny orders here below 28, but nothing big. FTX perp, oh, 28 and 27.6. Is someone waiting there? Maybe they're expecting something like me. Kraken limiting at 30,000 and 28.7. I mean, when I'm talking about limiting, it means just they have a wall there. In my opinion, a wall, it doesn't matter sometimes how big the orders but they are expecting something. If you have such a wall, for example. And that's crazy. Below of 27. Look what they are doing there, and that's big on Kraken. So I don't know if they are expecting something. It seems BitMEX 25 and 31.5. And here, well, yeah, we have on both. Bybit nothing, I guess. No, that's great. Binance Futures. Um, They were limiting the way down here. Now it seems they're. I'm not sure if that's spoofing or just the orders. I'm not sure. But that's a wall at 30,500, another one at 31, and another one at 31,500, and we have two at 29 and 28.7. Yeah. Bitfinex derivatives. Okay, they are doing it again. Just a huge cluster of tiny volume orders between, yeah, I would say 28.6 and 27. Kraken futures, nothing. And FTX spot, no. Also here, that's 25.5, but nothing. Okay, so nothing changed since yesterday. I will make a quick personal conclusion.